In this video, I'm going to be showing you the best of my Facts and Glitches series. I'm going to be showing you the best Easter eggs, glitch spots, and things that are just weird. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. On the Black Ops 2 map, Nuketown 2025, if you go into either one of the kitchens and you look down, you will see a reflection of the kitchen. Well, if you go into UFO mode and fly underneath, you will see it's just a recreation of the kitchen, but flipped upside down. I guess back in 2012, this is how they made reflections in video games. This is also the case in either one of the kitchens, by the way. But yeah, I just thought this was a really cool fact. Heading over to the Modern Warfare 3 map, Aground. If you look outside the map, you can see that there's a penguin. Penguin? Why doesn't that sound right? Penguin. There we go. I even went into spectator mode and I flew over there and he's just chilling here, which I thought was kind of cool. I have spent many hours playing this map and I had no idea that this was here. If you break this TV on the COD 4 map, Chinatown, you will see a teddy bear hidden inside. On the Black Ops 2 zombie map, Dire Eyes, if you knife a zombie, they will die straight away. However, you can find a military zombie that is wearing a vest. Now, if you try knife this zombie, it doesn't actually die straight away. You need to knife it twice for it to die. This is a really small detail that I had no idea about until recently. On the Black Ops 1 map, Firing Range, you can find some bullets on the floor with some small text that says Dempsey. This is a reference to the zombie character Tank Dempsey. On the Modern Warfare 2 map, Vacant, if you make your way over into the bathroom, you can find 3 mirrors, and if you knife one of them, it will cause damage to the player. And if you are already damaged, it will actually kill the player. Yeah, okay. That just killed me. So, we are starting on the Black Ops 2 map, Studio, and if you get some sort of menu where you can fly outside of the map, and you head over to this location, you will see that there's 2 boats just chilling here, outside of the map. They are low poly models, so the closer you get, the worse they look. And it's kind of weird because you can't actually see these boats when you're inside of the map. So my guess is the map originally had a different layout, where you were able to see outside of the map. Or, and this is the most logical reason, when you get a kill streak like a V-star, whatever it is, you can actually see these boats in the distance. So maybe they were put here to add a bit more depth to the map. Honestly, I don't really know. I just thought it was kind of weird that they're just here, chilling outside of the map. Anyway, let's move on. In a previous video, I showcased on the map Downhill that if you throw a C4 on a gondola and you wait a while, it will eventually return back to you. And I was playing Black Ops 2 the other day, playing Express, and I thought to myself, I wonder if that would work on the train. So I loaded up a game of Express on private match, and to my surprise, this actually worked. I have no idea where the train goes, what happens to this C4, it might enter a new dimension, I have no idea, but this is kind of cool. It just does a loop around the map and comes back to you. I don't know why, but that was just like the coolest fact to me. Moving over to the map backlot on COD 4, if you head over to this building located in the back of the map, you can do a little bit of parkour and get to a pretty cool glitch spot. I'm not going to tell you how to do this frame by frame, I mean, you can watch the video and figure out. I don't need to do a step-by-step, but yeah, once you get to the top, you've got a pretty cool view. I don't really know what else to say about this. I like to showcase a COD 4 glitch on every one of these episodes, but honestly, I'm kind of running out of glitches. I've kind of covered most of them. But yeah, this was a kind of cool glitch. Anyway, let's move on. Have you ever wondered where the dogs come from on the map Hijacked? Well, if you make your way to the back of the boat, you can find this box. And if you look inside, you can actually see the dogs just spawn in. Okay, this is kind of weird. I'm just sat here watching the dogs spawn in. It'd be so much cooler if they came in like a speedboat. or something. I don't know. This is kind of boring. Like, why do they just spawn in? What is this? And the same thing happens on the map Raid. If you make your way over to this door that is slightly open, you can see that the dogs spawn in here, and you can actually block them, which is kind of funny. Okay, I was not expecting that to actually work. I'm sorry, doggo. I'm just testing this, okay? On the Black Ops 4 map, Hacienda, you can find a tiger just roaming underneath the map. It's locked in a cage with blood all over the floor, and you can also find a few skeletons. Okay, how did I not know about this until the other day? This is one of the coolest Easter eggs. I'm just gonna say it. Don't get me wrong, I hate Black Ops 4. This game sucks. But this right here, this is one of the coolest Easter eggs. I wonder if I can shoot him. Okay, I can't shoot him. So, I don't know about you guys, but back in the day when I would play Kino de Toten, and I would see this sign that says, "Beware of the Six," I always thought this was a reference to the round 6, because that's when the dogs come in, and I believe that's what everyone else thought as well, so it's not just me. But that doesn't make much sense, because the dogs can spawn on either round 4 to 7, I believe, so this theory just doesn't make any sense. However, I done some research on this, and it turns out this is a reference to the Nova 6 crawlers that spawn in once you turn the power on. Yeah, that took me 15 years to realize that. On the World at War map, Macon, if you head over into the middle of the map, you can jump on top of these boats, then strafe across onto this rooftop. Here you will have a great height advantage into the map, but just be careful because if you go any further, you will die for no reason at all. So just be careful. This number plate on the COD 4 map, Overground, says exactly what you think it says. On the Modern Warfare 3 survival mission, Negotiator, there is a really easy glitch. Now, this might actually be the easiest glitch I have ever seen in Call of Duty history. So at the start of the mission, once you take out these bad guys, you can jump onto these crates that are positioned perfectly for you to jump up and strafe out of bounds. It is so easy. Anyone can do this. I'm pretty sure I done this on my first attempt. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a glitch this easy before. But yeah, you can just go outside the map, you can explore, there's a bunch of things that you can look at. It's actually a pretty cool glitch to do. I highly recommend it. It's a ton of fun. On the Black Ops 3 zombie map, Shadows of Evil, you can upgrade your trip mines to a donut. Firstly, you need to purchase a trip mine off the wall, then stick a trip mine to the donut cart in the middle of the junction area of the map, and allow a zombie to be killed by it. You will then hear Samantha Maxis laugh. Stick another trip mine to the donut cart in the upper area of the Footlight District, and kill another zombie with it. Once again, you'll hear Samantha laugh. And finally, stick another trip mine to the donut cart inside of the Canal District. Kill another zombie with the trip mine, and now they will be upgraded to donut trip mines. I don't know how I only learned about this recently, but this is easily one of the best Easter eggs on Black Ops 3. On the COD Ghost map, Flooded, if you make your way over to this bus and you jump on top of it, it will actually sink, which made for some really funny moments back in the day. I mean, the jokes just write themselves. Oh yeah, there's like a glitch here too where you can climb up this. I used to climb up here, do some trick shots. There's also a teddy bear here. Ah man, what a throwback. When playing the Black Ops 2 campaign, if you play a mission that is set in the past and you have an ACOG, it will actually be the old ACOG from Black Ops. However, if you play a mission that is set in the future, which isn't actually in the future anymore, it's in the past, which is kind of weird. However, if you play a mission in the future and you have an ACOG, it will actually be the upgraded ACOG from Black Ops 2. On the Black Ops 2 zombie map, Transit, when opening the vault, most players use a grenade. However, you can actually use a ray gun to open this. I don't know why, but I had no idea that you could do this until the other day. I just always used a grenade. I had no idea that you could actually use a ray gun. I just thought this was kind of cool. The fact that I've been playing this game for 13 years and little things like this I had no idea about. On D-Rail in the center building, if you head upstairs, you'll notice you can knife or shoot open these file cabinets. They are all completely empty, except one in the corner, which has a hidden teddy bear inside. In the building with the snowmobile, you can see a picture of a tree on the wall, but if you stand next to it, you'll notice it's not actually attached to anything, and it's just slightly floating here. If you enter the barbershop and knife the mirror on the left, it can actually give the player damage, and if your health is low, it can even kill you. If you enter spectate mode and fly outside the map, you can find a building with some leftover assets just sitting on top of it. There's a printer, a plant, a bin, filing cabinets, and a few different sized boxes. My guess is these were placed here by developers to quickly copy and paste during development, but they were accidentally left here in the final version. At least, that's just my guess. On Invasion, if you go under the map just across the bridge, you'll find a destroyed Jeep alongside some tanks, and according to the Call of Duty wiki, the Jeep is actually a Russian vehicle reused from Call of Duty 4. The map Karachi is actually based on a Counter-Strike 1.6 custom map called D Karachi 01. The original creator even went on to recreate it for Modern Warfare 2. On Black Ops 3, the quad feed logo is just the Black Ops 4 logo. Now, I wonder if they designed this and thought, yeah, this is gonna be the Black Ops 4 logo, or was this just a happy accident? I need answers, man. I need answers. On the PC version of Black Ops 2, if you load up the map Studio and you head over into this barn, if you look up, you will see a weird glowing red dot. Why this is here, I have no idea, but it's only here in the PC version. I loaded this game up on the Xbox 360 and it wasn't here, so this is just a bug on the PC version, which is kind of weird. I don't know why this is here. I have no idea. This is really weird. How have I never noticed this before? Okay. This is kind of strange. On the MWIII map, Liberation, you can find a carving that says, "You mad bro." You can also find some other carvings in this area, but I think it's just references to developers. On the COD Ghost map, Bayview, you can find a coffee shop, and if you go inside, you can hear a song from Eminem. On the mission Struck Down in Call of Duty Ghost, you can find some hidden trophies. Okay, so this one here says World Not Ending 2012. Oh yeah, I remember when everyone actually thought the world was gonna end in 2012. What a crazy time. This one says A Boring Award 2022. Okay, I like that one. Okay, awarded for most bushes cut and pots smashed. Yeah, okay. You could tell the developers had fun with making these. Awarded for Trying Hard, 1988. It looks like there's some in the back, but I can't really see them. It's weird that these have just been here this whole time. It's little things like this that I just love about the older Call of Duty games. By the way, I just want to mention that you should totally subscribe. I'm on the road to 100,000 subscribers. We're getting pretty close now, so please, if you could help me out, hit that subscribe button. It's totally free, and you can always unsubscribe if you want to, but you're not going to want to do that because I have some great videos planned and I would hate for you guys to miss out. So yeah, if you could do that for me, I'd appreciate it. Rust actually has a lot of cool spots, and I'm kind of curious to see if you guys know about these. So the first spot that I want to show you is you come up onto this ladder, climb up, and then if you head round to the side and you slowly make your way off the ledge, you can jump up and then jump across onto this container barrel thing. I don't know what you call this, but you jump onto this and then you can jump up one more time. And this is a pretty cool spot. You have a great height advantage over the map. You can even jump up one more time and get even more height if you want to. Now, if we head over into the middle of the map, you can climb through this little area and make your way onto this platform. A lot of you guys probably know about this, at least you should. If you've ever played Modern Warfare 2, you should know about this spot. But if we make our way down to this area, you can climb up these pieces of metal like it's a ladder. And this is a pretty cool spot. I feel like if you're ever playing Rust and you're in this area, most players wouldn't look up. So I feel like it's a pretty cool spot to know about. On the map Quarry, in the spawn area, by these containers, there's a little area that you can hide at. This isn't the craziest spot on this map, but I just feel like it's an area where most people wouldn't ever look. Now if we head over to this ladder, which by the way is the hardest ladder to climb. Why is this ladder so hard to climb? It took me so long to get this footage, I could not climb this ladder. Why is it so hard? It's a ladder. But when you finally get up, you can strafe over to this area. It's a pretty pointless spot, but you can get to it. Now head over into the main building, climb up to the very top, jump out of this window onto this container, then strafe jump over to this container. From here, jump onto this sign, and then strafe jump one more time. And now you will be hidden away, and the enemies most likely wouldn't look here. If you can somehow get here, you're probably going to be safe. I'm not actually sure if you can get to this spot on console. I'm not very good at strafe jumps on console. I did try, and I had no luck. So maybe you can do this on console, but I'm not quite sure. Now heading over into the middle of the map, there is this little area that you can climb into, and you're kind of hidden out of the way. This just feels like a really weird area that shouldn't be here. This next one blew my mind. I'm not even kidding. This spot made me make this video. So I was watching an old MWII video the other day, and in the video, the guy came into this area. There is no way this has always been here. Do you know how many hours I've spent playing this game, and I had no idea that this is an area that you could get to? It blew my mind. I could not believe this. Please let me know in the comments, am I just an idiot, or did you know about this? Because surely I can't be the only one. There's also this area where you can find 2 sleeping bags, a toolbox, and some potatoes. Well, you can actually jump over to this area. Once again, there's not really much that you can do up here, but it's kind of a cool spot. There's also a crazy glitch on this map, and you can get to the very top of the quarry, but it takes way too long. You have to stack the care packages up. It's a whole thing. So I'm just going to show some footage in the background. But this is another spot that you can get to. But this isn't really a secret area because it's technically a glitch. But this is something that you can do. Oh, I forgot I had a cup of tea. What a good day. Oh, I love tea. Back in 2011, with the release of Modern Warfare 3, Activision partnered with Jeep to produce a special edition Jeep Wrangler, I think that's how you pronounce it. To enter, all you had to do was leave a like on the Facebook page, and obviously be over the age of 18. The Jeep was customized with MWIII logos, and there was only 200 ever made. But I believe there was only one that was actually given away. But even then, there was a lot of backlash. A lot of people didn't believe that there was a legitimate giveaway. It was like a whole thing. I could honestly make a whole video dedicated to just this topic, but it's just kind of weird to think that there's MWIII Jeeps around somewhere. Like, they're probably still about, which is just kind of weird to think about. Low-key, that'd be a pretty cool YouTube video, trying to get one of them bad boys, but I mean, that'd just be so expensive. On the Black Ops 2 zombie map, Die Rise, if you head over into the elevator, as it's falling down, you will see there is PhD Flopper in the distance. Now, this is just an Easter egg. You aren't supposed to access this. However, I did download some mods, and I used UFO to fly over there. And it's kind of glitchy in this area. For some reason, it just keeps making me bounce back. I have no idea why this happens. I did manage to get pretty close to PhD Flopper, and unfortunately, you can't buy it. So yeah, this is just to look at. This is just Treyarch's way of trolling us. But nonetheless, it's a pretty cool Easter egg. But staying on zombies, but moving over to Mob of the Dead, if you make your way down to the docks, you can actually see just outside of the map, there is PhD Flopper and Mule Kick. Once again, I downloaded some mods so I could fly over there, but there's no collision in this area, so I kept falling down. It was kind of hard to get a good look at these perks, so I went into theater mode to try get a better look, and this worked pretty well. You can see that it's PhD Flopper and Mule Kick. It's kind of a shame that they didn't give us access to these perks, but nonetheless, this is a great Easter egg by Treyarch. There is a small bar on the map Mirage. Inside, the player can find Club Solar coasters. This is a reference to the campaign mission Karma, due to that mission taking place in Club Solar. You can avoid the flooding on the map Hydro by standing on this box.
तवज्जो तवज्जो पानी का सिस्टम चालू हो गया है पानी का सिस्टम चालू हो गया है इंतबाह इंतबाह
On the map Grind, the player can find film posters based on other multiplayer maps, including Meltdown, Hijacked and Express. In the trailer for Uprising, you could see that it was possible to go into the stands. However, on the final version of Encore, this was actually impossible. Also in the trailer for Uprising, you could see the lava was flowing towards the player on the street, which killed them. In the final version of Magma, this was actually removed, and instead the lava now stays in place. My guess is this was removed due to the limitations of the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 at the time. On Vertigo, the player can find cameras around the map which will follow them. Located at the back of the map on Studio, there is a reference to Godzilla with a miniature city and large footprints in the road. There is a much easier and quicker way to get to the top of this tower on the map Uplink. Simply jump from this staircase onto this platform. From here you can climb up the ladder, and just like that, you're at the top. It is that easy. On Detour, the player can see the Brooklyn Bridge in the distance. If the player throws any type of explosive near a palm tree on the map Cove, coconuts will fall down. On the map Rush, players can find a magazine rack inside the paintball shop, featuring covers of the multiplayer maps Grind, Downhill and Raid. The map Dig is actually a remake from the World at War map Courtyard. On Call of Duty 4, if you equipped a suppressor to the G3 and go knife someone, it will delay the kill. Oh, okay, that was kind of weird. However, if you take this off and use the G3, you can knife them normally. This works on the original COD 4 and also the remastered version. I wonder if they left this bug in on purpose because it was in the original COD 4. Or did they just not notice this? Because they fixed a lot of the bugs in this game. I mean, bouncers, elevators, old school mode glitches, but they left this in the game? I don't know. I have questions, and I need answers. On the Black Ops 2 zombie map, Origins, when you Pack-a-Punch the ballista, it actually uses the same sound effect from the Pack-a-Punch DSR 50. So I'm not 100% sure why this happens, but I have a little theory. The ballista was only in Origins, and I'm guessing they maybe ran out of time to make a sound effect for this gun when it was pack-a-punched. So to save time, they just used the DSR 50. At least that is my guess. I can't think of any other reason why this is the case. This next one, a lot of you guys might actually already know about, but I kind of just want to cover it anyway. Okay, this is why I don't like using mouse and keyboard. I can never use them. Anyway, if you come up here and you look outside the map, you can see there's something over there in the distance. So, if we go into spectator mode and fly over there, which by the way is so fun just being in spectator mode. I used to love just flying around. I don't know why, it's so fun. But yeah, if we come outside the map, you can see it's an alternative Modern Warfare 2 case. A lot of people seem to think that that's Captain Price on the cover there, and it also looks like it has the COD 4 logo mixed in with the MW2 background. So maybe this was an alternative cover for COD 4 or even MW2. I'm not really sure, but yeah, this is just chilling here outside the map. But yeah, it's just in this random outside area. There's not really much over here. There's a couple stores. Got a Burger Town here. Crispy Fish Burger, $4.99. There's no way anyone's buying that. That is disgusting. Burger Town Chicken Fingers. Ugh. Grilled chicken burger. Okay, that one actually seems alright. Oh, you can even get into the back here. This is the exact same as the one inside the map that you can actually get to. That's kind of weird. Ooh, can I go in here? Oh, that's kind of creepy. Okay, you can't really go that far. You kind of get blocked off. Got a couple buses over here. I like how I'm just in a bus right now. This is kind of weird. Anything in this? Ooh, okay. There's a couple red boxes. I don't know what these are. Does anyone have any idea what these are? They're just chilling here. On Black Ops 2, a lot of the maps have been designed around the whole red versus blue team concept, very similar to Halo. And this is something that I never really noticed until it was pointed out to me by this video right here. by the way, you need to check out this video. Highly recommend it. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. It's a great video. But yeah, I watched this video and it's just crazy how I never noticed this. And replaying these maps, it's so obvious. Yeah, so this side is red, and then if I go over to the other side, it's blue. How did I not notice this? I feel like I did know this, but I didn't know that I know this. Does that make any sense? I don't know if it does, but I feel like my mind has just been blown from this information. Now, if we enter the teleporter and we go over into the Pack-a-Punch room, you will notice that the frag grenades on the wall, they're a normal size. You can clearly see what it is. However, if we load up the Wii version of this map, for some reason, it's really tiny. I don't know why. It's just really small. Yep, there's a joke in there somewhere. I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, this is just really weird. I don't know how this happened. I can barely see the wall by. Why is it so small? Like, why does it look like that? I don't understand. Whose idea was it to make this that small? Unless I played the original version, I wouldn't know that this is here. It's that tiny. Whose idea was this? It's just a really weird dev error, and it's only on the Wii version of this map, so yeah, I don't know what happened there. But to be honest, it doesn't surprise me. The Wii version of Kino de Toten, it's an absolute mess. It is so buggy, so yeah, that just doesn't surprise me. On the Black Ops 4 map, Gridlock, if you head over to the back of the map where this fire truck is, you can see that there's water coming out of the top. I don't really know what you call that. Fire hose? Maybe? I don't know. However, if you climb on top of it and jump into the water, it'll send you flying, which is cool, I guess. I don't know how, but I only found out about this recently. And I played a ton of this game back when it first released in 2018, I believe. But yeah, this is just a really cool detail. Little things like this just bring so much life into these games. Heading back over to Black Ops 2, and on the zombies map, Nuketown, if for some reason you are playing multiplayer and you need to go pee, or I don't know, something like that, and you need to leave a zombie, well, firstly you need to get a crawler, then head over to this location in the greenhouse, jump on this little table, and then the zombie won't be able to kill you. However, eventually the zombie will die, so you've got a little bit of time. I'd say you've got around 3 to 5 minutes before the zombie dies. So if you want to take a break, get a cup of tea, have a pee, you know what zombies is like. I mean, this fact probably would have been helpful 13 years ago, but hey, better late than never. Or you could just press pause. The choice is yours. Okay, so now we are in the headquarters on World War II, and if you go up to the quartermaster and you keep backing out, eventually she will get angry at you and start making comments. Just take a listen.
For the last time, I don't have a stash of the good sea rations. Ugh, like dealing with easy company. Nothing's ever easy with easy.
This also happens with Major Howard.
Testing my patience is a challenge you won't survive.
Ooh, you're hard.
On the Black Ops 1 map, Hazard, you can actually shoot the golf balls, which is kinda cool. Heading over to the World at War campaign, which, by the way, one of the greatest campaigns of all time. So before you enter the building, which is actually Nacturne on Toten, fun fact for you, but before you go into this building, you can jump onto this crate, jump onto this truck, and from here you can strafe up onto the top bit where you aren't supposed to be able to go. And from here you can get out of bounds. It's really easy to do, once again. I guess today all of the glitches are really easy to do. There's been some glitches in this series that are really difficult, but today I guess they're all easy. But yeah, you can just go run around, explore. It's kind of interesting just seeing outside of the map and how these missions are designed. I don't know about you guys, but I just always found it really interesting. But yeah, just be careful because some of the floor has no collision, so you might fall through and then you have to do it all again. So just take your time, be careful. There is a knife inside this rock on the COD 4 map, Block. Honestly, I have no idea why this is here. I want to give you some hidden lore, but I have no idea. So if anyone in the comments knows why this is here, or knows something that I don't, please let me know in the comments. Now, if we head over to Nakdun on Toten, if you head over to buy the Thompson off the wall, you will notice it costs 1500 points. However, if you buy this gun, you will still have 300 points left, meaning there is an error on the wall buy amount. This only happens on the World at War version. They did fix this on every other version, but yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting. On the Modern Warfare 3 map, Village, if you head over into the middle of the map and you find where the church is located, if you fly inside, you will see a giant teddy bear. This is very similar to the giant teddy bear found on the map Lockdown. The only difference is the one on the map Lockdown is holding 2 golden desert eagles, where the one on Village isn't. It's kind of weird because the one on Lockdown is considered one of the best Easter eggs or most known Easter eggs of all time, but this one on Village, I don't think I've ever seen anyone mention it, but they're pretty much the same thing. In fact, I only found this out recently, which is kinda weird. On the World at War mission, Vendetta, Reznov asks you to use the sniper because he can't.
Take my rifle and watch the road.
The reason he asks you to do this is because he lost his finger, and if you look closely you can see this. It's a very small detail, but I thought it was kind of interesting. On the Modern Warfare 3 mission, Stay Sharp, once you go through these doors, if you go to your right, you'll see there's a picture of Shepard with throwing knives in him. I don't really think I need to explain this one, but it's a cool little Easter egg. If you enter spectate mode and fly under the map, you can find a leftover ramp asset. This same ramp is used multiple times across Quarry, so it was likely placed here by developers to quickly copy and paste during development, but accidentally left here in the final version. Upstairs in the drugstore, you can find 2 bags of cocaine, and if you shoot them, white smoke comes out. A small but really nice attention to detail. If you enter spectate mode and fly outside of the map, you can find a bridge, follow it down, and you'll come across several leftover assets, including a truck, a few broken down turrets, and a tank partially submerged into the water. There's also another bridge with a truck and a wooden dock. If you keep going down, you'll find a group of houses filled with chairs. But what's interesting is these buildings are high quality. Normally out of bound structures are low poly models, so my theory is maybe this was originally planned to be something else, but maybe got scrapped later on. You can also find a floating bush and a floating rock, which are actually visible from inside the map. On Scrapyard, if you head over to this drain cover and blow it up, you'll find a hidden teddy bear inside. On the map Drone, players can find cannabis plants around the map. If you enter spectate mode and fly outside the map on Express, you can find a menu with different food items. And if you look closely, you will see one of the items is called 2 tacos, 1 cup. This is a reference to the online video 2 girls, 1 cup that went viral in the late 2000s. For obvious reasons, I can't show you any of the footage, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, please don't look this up. Let's just move on. At the back of the boat on Hijacked, you can see some text that says Bon Voyage. This is a reference to David Vonderhaar, who was one of the main developers for Black Ops 2. It's also a play on the French term Bon Voyage, which means safe travels. In the control room on Meltdown, the player can find a box of pink donuts. This is a reference to the popular TV show The Simpsons, due to the fact that Homer Simpson works in a power plant and is often seen eating donuts at his workplace. All of the vehicles on the map Overflow cannot be destroyed. In some of the stores on the map Plaza, the player can find brochure racks which contain a brochure about the Modern Warfare 3 map, Oasis. This map was set at a luxury resort in Dubai. Everyone knows the iconic tree glitch on the map Raid. If you use a crossbow with the tri-bolt attachment, you can boost yourself into this tree. However, you can actually do this glitch without the crossbow, but it takes a very certain lineup and it's really difficult to do. In fact, I couldn't actually do this glitch without the crossbow. I had to get the footage from YouTube because it's that hard. Slums was a fan favorite map in Black Ops 2, so much that they have now remade the map 6 different times across different Call of Duty titles. On the map Standoff, you can find this picture not once, not twice, but 7 different times. I guess the developers just really like this one picture. On the map Turbine, you can find a window with a turret attached to it. This was actually the only map that had this feature. My guess is maybe they had plans for this feature to reappear across different maps, but was scrapped later on in development. If you head over to this location on Yemen and you climb onto this platform, you can jump off and land underneath the bridge. This can be quite tricky, so it might take you a few tries. On Nuketown 2025, if you lower your brightness all the way down and look at the sun, it will show the sun looking like a model atom, just like the one on the Nuketown sign. On the map Downhill, if you throw a C4 on the gondola and wait a while, it will eventually return back to you. And we are now on the map Cove, and if you look out into the distance, you will see there's sharks, or shark fins, sticking up above the water. However, if you get a UFO mod and fly over there, you will notice it's just the fins, and that's it. There's no actual sharks here, they're just swimming around in circles. I guess this makes sense. I imagine it was probably very hard to program a shark into this game. This makes sense, I get why they done this. But yeah, it's kind of weird when you get UFO and you fly outside the map and you sort of see how the developers sort of done this. They're little tricks. It's interesting to me. I love little facts like this. I don't know why, I just find it so fascinating. My dumbass when I was a kid just assumed that there was actually sharks here, and if I went swimming on Cove, I would die. I would get eaten by a shark. But no, that's not the case. I might get poked by a fin. That'd be about it. Anyway, moving over to Shino Numa on Black Ops 2. No, World at War, wrong game, sorry. Now, this next glitch took me forever to do. You have no idea. The recording for just this glitch took me like 3 hours. It was crazy. So, the way you do this is you need to get Juggernaut first. It does spawn in random locations, so it might be a little bit tricky. I guess you just have to get a little bit lucky. And once you have Juggernaut, you need to kill all of the zombies apart from one. Now make your way over to the fishing hut. Then make your way over into this corner and have the zombie attack you. And as he attacks you, you need to jump. It's kind of tricky. I don't really know how to explain it. I guess there's a special sort of timing that you need, but I couldn't really get it down. If I'm being honest, I don't think this is skill, it's just luck. But eventually, if done correctly, the zombie will sort of merge into you as you jump and you will glitch out of bounds. Oh my god. You have no idea how long that took. Okay, let me pause my video. I just sat there watching a podcast. It was taking that long. That literally took me like 2 hours. Okay, yeah, I'm out the map. Nice. Yeah, as you could tell, I was very happy to get this done. It was so difficult. It took forever. Honestly, I don't recommend this glitch. It sucks. There's nothing you can really look at. There's a couple trees, a bit of water. That's about it. It's honestly the worst glitch I think I've ever done in my life. I do not recommend this. It was not worth it. So yeah, don't try this. Wait, no. I can't do anything. Nick, get away from me. Nick, stop. No, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. What is this? What is this? I'm dead. I done all that, and I got like 2 minutes of footage. Oh, I don't believe it, man. On the multiplayer map, Frost, you can find a candy shop, and if you look inside the window, you can see some sweets. And fun fact, you can actually find these sweets on the zombie map buried. These are the same sweets that you give Leroy, which I thought was kind of cool. This is just a fun little crossover. On the Modern Warfare 2019 map, Arklov Peak, you can find TVs around the map. And if you look closely, you can see an image of Ghost. On the Black Ops 2 map, Cove, if you make your way over to the area where the coconut trees are, and you look on the ground, you can find some coconuts. And when you're up close, it doesn't really look like much, but if you get a little bit of distance, you can see that it actually spells out help. We are now on the Modern Warfare 3 map, Mission, and I believe inside that building there's like a little Easter egg. So let's go into spectator mode and fly over there. There's actually two things that I want to show you on this map. So yeah, the first one, I believe we fly into this room, and it looks like a normal room. Got a couch, a nice bed, a nice painting of a boat, and if you come back here, you can see it says Porter was here, and there's like a teddy bear with a drawing. So yeah, that's a weird little Easter egg. Can you go downstairs? Okay, you can go downstairs. Oh, this is kind of weird. I didn't know you could do this. This looks like some sort of butcher shop or something. Seems like you've got some meats hanging up and on the counter. But yeah, this was a pretty cool Easter egg. It's weird to think that once upon a time a developer, when making this, put this here. I love little secrets like this. Porter was here. Yeah, I wonder who that was. I'm just taking it as a developer. But yeah, let's head over to the next location, which is down this way, I believe. I haven't actually ever done this one. I saw it on a YouTube video the other day, and I kind of want to try it. But I need to get in this building here. Can I go this way? Okay, here we go. So I believe if we merge into the wall, yeah, there's like a teddy bear or something there. I don't know why. It looks like a teddy bear in a dress, or a bear. I don't really know. What is that? Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think this is? To me, that looks like a bear in a dress. But yeah, if you go around, it just disappears. So I don't really know why this is here. This is so random. There's just nothing else in here either. It's just that. It's kind of creepy. There's some boxes down here, but I don't know what they are. If you go outside of the building, you can't actually see it, I believe. Yeah, you can't see it. So you can only do this if you go into spectator mode and fly into this building. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't think there was anything else on this map that I wanted to show you. Just a couple of huts outside of the map. That's pretty much it, really. Okay, there's just a random house in the distance. Just one house on its own. Can you go inside? Okay, there's no collision, so you can go inside the house. So there's no collision on that house, but this bush here, they have collision. Yeah, I don't understand it. Why give this random bush collision, but not that house? And then there's just some more, like, huts. I mean, these ones, they don't even have a roof. Okay, that's kind of weird. It looks like it's got some pieces of wood with bullet holes inside. In the newer Call of Duty games, they really put the effort into the outer bounds areas. I saw a clip on Twitter saying that Hijacked has, like, a whole city that you can go explore. But on the older Call of Duty games, they've got a couple of huts. And yet, these older Call of Duty games are still better. Invasion kinda sucks. The only secret areas is in this building right here. There's a little room in the back. I feel like this is where everyone would boost back in the day. There's also another spot that most people know about, and that's in the coffee shop. If you jump onto this table, jump up one more time, you can strafe across onto this area bit. I don't really know what you call this, but yeah, you'll be completely hidden. It's a pretty useless spot. There is an area in the back where you can jump onto this fence. I wouldn't really say this is a hidden area. If anything, it kind of sucks. You just end up getting stuck in the fence. I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, Invasion kind of sucks. On the map Derail, if you head over into the back where all of the electric boxes are, you can climb up, jump onto this fence, and make your way down until you get to these containers. And this is pretty much it for Derail. There's not really many hidden spots on this map. I mean, you can get behind the train. Does that count? I don't really know if this counts as a secret area. Maybe. I'm not really sure. Let's just move on. This map kind of sucks. If you come over to this ladder and climb up on the map Karachi, you can make your way over to this hidden room. Now, this is a spot that most people probably know about, but fun fact, I actually found this out last year when I was streaming.
Yeah, I'm so glad that no-scope hit, because I was about to start getting mad at y'all for saying they're all B-side when they weren't.
Wait, Did you guys know that you could climb in here? I don't know if this was in the original. New gen moment, holy. Wait, you're telling me this was in the original? Nah, that's crazy. You're lying.
What? Yeah, that was in the... You're
literally
a fucking
always
idiot.
been a thing since 2010. Oh my god, I feel like a new gen. I've been playing MW2 since the beginning, and I didn't know that. You guys are lying, alright? That's crazy. If you now make your way over to the CAF in the back, you can break this window and then jump onto this bus stop. From here, jump onto the bus and then jump again one more time onto this ledge. And yeah, I don't know if this really counts as a hidden spot, but it's kind of cool. On the IW4X version of this map, by the way, you can also get out of the map. I did cover this in a facts and glitches episode, so I won't show you too much. But yeah, you can get outside of the map, you can explore. It's a pretty cool glitch. I believe this was on console, but got patched. But obviously the IW4X version is the older version of MW2, I believe. Or at least some of the older glitches aren't patched on here, if that makes sense. I don't really know what I'm yapping on about. Maybe we should just move on to the next map, which is Afghan. And there's actually some cool spots on this map. So firstly, if we come over to the back of the map where the garden area is, normally you can't get out of bounds because you just die. However, you can get out of bounds and walk behind this car and you'll be fine. The death barrier is just behind you, so if you're in this little spot, you'll be safe, but soon as you step out, you'll die. You can climb onto this rock and then jump up onto this area. There is a bush here, so you'll be completely hidden. I used to play Michael Myers a lot back in the day, and this is an area that I would always get to, and I promise you, you won't be found. There's also this little area in the back that you can drop down onto, and you won't die. It's a pretty cool spot. There's not really much that you can do. Just be careful because it's right on the edge, so if you slip, you'll die. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Afghan. Moving over to sub base, if you make your way over to the sub, you can actually jump up and climb to the very top. This can be kind of awkward to do and might take a few tries, but yeah, this is one of the most iconic spots on sub base. You can also make your way down to the very bottom of the sub and jump into this corner. You'll be completely hidden out of the way. It's a pretty cool spot. You can also walk out of this window here, head into the corner, and you'll be completely hidden. You'll have a great view into the middle of the map. Now, if we head over to the other side, you can jump out of this window onto this platform and then jump up one more time, and you'll be on this little ledge. Once again, you'll have a great view into the middle of the map, but you're kind of in an open spot, so if any enemies walk past, you'll probably die, so this is kind of pointless. There's also this area in the back of the map. I don't know why, but I just never really noticed that this was here. I just wanted to point this out because am I the only one? But I never knew this was here. I just walk past it every time I play this map. Anyway, that's pretty much everything for subbase. Let's move on. If you pack-a-punch the SMR on Black Ops 2, it will give you a total of 420 bullets, which is quite a lot of bullets. However, if you pack-a-punch it again, you will then only have 240 bullets. So if you pack-a-punch it twice, it's actually making your gun worse. And if you try and pack-a-punch it again, it doesn't increase your bullets. You will then be stuck at 240 bullets. Once again, I feel like this is a dev error that just got unnoticed. I mean, to be fair, who's using the SMR? The gun sucks. On the Black Ops 3 map, Nuketown, you can find some assets from the previous Nuketown map on Black Ops 2, such as the Nuketown sign, the red futuristic car, and 3 mannequins, which is kind of a weird word to say. Mannequins. Mannequins. Why does that not sound right? On Modern Warfare 2, you can actually cancel full damage. I'll be honest with you guys, it's completely pointless. I spent so long trying to do this. It's so much easier if you just get down the normal way, because if you try to do this, you will most likely die. But the way you do this is you jump down, and as you're about to hit the floor, you press the jump button and you will mantle. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, this took way too long. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, maybe in the odd case this would come in handy, but I doubt it. On the Black Ops 2 zombie map, Die Rise, next to the Remington wall by, there is an elevator opening. Opening. Why doesn't that sound right? but you can jump up and wall breach onto the floor above. I couldn't actually do this. I spent so long trying to get this glitch down, but just had no luck. I kept getting stuck in the wall. I kept falling to my death. I just couldn't do it. Big thanks to my buddy Greasy for getting the gameplay for me. Shout out Greasy, we love you. I don't know how you do this glitch. I suck at zombies, but it's kind of cool, and I thought you guys would want to know about it. Yeah, moving on. On the Black Ops 3 DLC map, Outlaw, if you head over into the middle of the map, there is a jail cell, and if you listen carefully, there is someone playing the harmonica. Now this is kind of weird because there's no one in this area. As you can see, it's just an empty cell. Staying on this map but heading over into the building in the back, there is a piano playing by itself, which is kind of creepy. And if you head back all the way to the other side, there is another piano that is also playing by itself. This kind of reminds me of the piano on Buried, the same one that plays by itself. But either way, there's definitely a ghost on this map. I don't care what anyone says. So, if you make your way over to this ladder that is located in the back of the map, you can climb down, and if you do it at the correct angle, you can just keep on going. And you can get so low to the point where you are under the platform. It's a really weird spot to be, and you kind of just look like an idiot when you're here. But I just thought this was quite a funny spot and a great way to start out this video. Now, if we make our way over to where the bridge is, you can climb onto this invisible platform, and if I'm being honest with you guys, I have no idea how to explain this, but there's like some sort of invisible line that you can walk across, and you're just like floating in the air. It's really weird, and you can go quite far out to the point where you are under the bridge, and you'll just be floating here. I don't know how this works. I have to say though, I am recording this footage on plutonium, so I don't know if this is a plutonium thing, or can you do this on console? I did try this on console, but I kept falling off. It didn't quite work. But yeah, it's just a really weird spot. Now, if we make our way to the top of the map, and you enter this fruit shop, you can climb out of the window and jump to the left, and from here, you'll be in kind of a hidden spot. I just feel like I've never really seen anyone here. In fact, I actually didn't know this was here until recently. When I was doing my research for this video, I had no idea. So yeah, I just thought this was kind of a cool little spot to mention. Okay, so this next spot blew my mind. But in the middle of the map, there is a tiny little ladder that you can climb up. And I don't know why, but this blew my mind. I had no idea this was here. And I have been playing this game since the day I came out. What? I'm a fucking idiot, man. And I have been playing this game since the day it came out. I've spent hours playing Yemen. I had no idea this was here. I have never even seen someone on this platform. I've never seen anyone use this ladder. There's no way this has been here the entire time. I refuse to believe it. I guess it's kind of hidden out of the way, like you can't really see it, and it's only a little ladder. I guess I can see why many players would just run right past this. But yeah, this blew my mind. I had no idea it was here. And finally, I have to mention the out of bounds spot. I have spoke about this in videos before. A lot of you guys probably know this one, but if you use the crossbow with the tri-bolt attachment, you can get out of bounds, and you can sort of merge your way into this rock area, and you can actually shoot out, kill the enemies, they can kill you. It's kind of a cool spot. But yeah, a lot of you guys probably know about this one, so let's just move on. And we are moving over to the map Overflow, which is, by the way, probably the worst map on this game, but nonetheless, it's got a few cool spots. And the first one is you can actually climb inside of this broken boat in the middle of the map. Just like the ladder on Yemen, I feel like I've never seen anyone use this. I've ran past this many times. Maybe it's because every time I get Overflow, I back out, like I don't play this map. But I just feel like the few times that I do play this map, I've never seen anyone on top of this. I honestly had no idea you could climb this. It just it blew my mind. There's also another boat that you can climb in, which I thought was kind of cool. Once again, I feel like I've never seen anyone climb in this. Black Ops 2 is just such a restricted game that there's so many spots that I look at and I just automatically think, oh, I can't go there, if that makes sense. And this boat right here is an example of that. I just always assumed I can't get into this. And I guess I never tried. Now, if we head down to the side, you can jump onto this box, onto this mini little boat, onto this tree branch, and then onto this little white platform. Don't ask me what this is. I have no idea. But now you are kind of out of bounds. I mean, not really, but you kind of are. It is a cool little spot. I mean, I don't know what you're going to do with this information, but yeah, I just thought it was kind of cool. The big destroyed building on Aftermath can also be seen on the mission select screen for Cordis Die. Cargo can also be played as a Strike Force mission called Shipwrecked. The goal for this mission is to destroy equipment around the map and then launch a missile at the ship in the back.
Confirmed hit. Ship is down. Mission objectives achieved. Move to extract.
As you can see, it's here in the Strike Force mission, but not in the multiplayer version. However, if you look in the distance, you can see the ship. The location for the map carrier is unknown. However, if you use the tactical insertion and search up the coordinates online, it shows the location of the carrier to be roughly 700 miles off the east coast of Japan in the North Pacific Ocean. If you head upstairs in the main building, jump out of this window and go left, falling down will then leave the player completely stuck with no way out. The submarines on this map are actually only half designed. Normally the players can only see the top half, but if you enter spectate mode and fly underneath, you'll notice the bottom half is completely empty. If you enter spectate mode and fly under the map, you'll find a completely random crack. At least I think it's a crack. I'm not really sure what this is, if I'm being completely honest. It's probably just a leftover asset that the developers forgot to remove, but it's here, just chilling under the map. On top of the main building in the center of the map, if you jump off without Commando Pro, you'll usually die. However, if you land on this mattress in the corner, you'll actually survive. Using Painkiller, you can actually get out of bounds, or at least explore the radiation area. Just place your tactical insertion at the edge, then once you have Painkiller, turn around and run straight. If done correctly, your screen will start fading in and out. You can now run around and explore, but not very far. Honestly, this glitch kinda sucks. Look at this. Oh. Yo, Jason, say something for the video.
What is going on, guys? It's your boy Dezo coming at you with a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 10 useless facts on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Okay.
One of the most iconic maps in Call of Duty history is Shipment. And fun fact, this map was actually an accident. So originally this map was used as a tested map for developers. They would do experiments on spawns, weapon balancing, mechanics during gameplay, that sort of thing. When the team was deciding on the final multiplayer maps, Shipment was considered too small and chaotic. Some devs argued it could work for private matches or 1v1s, that type of thing. As a result, Shipment was left in the game as a bonus map. And it's now probably the most played map in Call of Duty history. It's also been remade the most, I think. It's either Shipment or Nuketown, I'm not really sure, but it's one of them. Either way, it's one of the most popular maps in Call of Duty history, and it nearly never made the final cut, which is crazy to think about. On the COD Ghost map, Ignition, this map is actually a remade map from Modern Warfare 2, Scrapyard. However, it starts out slightly different. It has a little bit of a different layout, at least to begin with. This is because when the rocket blows up, the parts fly off the rocket and land in the map, which now makes it a one-to-one recreation of Scrapyard. I will die on this hill that COD Ghost would have been one of the greatest Call of Duty games of all time if it just had a few different maps to begin with. Just imagine if this game had some of the DLC maps instead of the base maps, if they sort of flip them around, if that makes sense. Because this right here is so creative. I feel like you don't really get maps like this nowadays. And it's kind of sad because a lot of these maps never got the love that they deserved. On the Black Ops 4 zombie map, Tag den Toten, there is an Easter egg where you can see Mars. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I've never really played zombies on Black Ops 4, so when I was doing my research for this video, I had no idea what the guy was yapping on about in the tutorial. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description if you want to do this for yourself. I have no idea how you do it. I just wanted to show you guys because I thought this was pretty cool. I mean, it's Mars in zombies. That's pretty cool. I've never seen anything like this before. Actually, no, never mind. We literally had a map on the moon. So, I take that back. Ignore me. But yeah, this is a pretty cool Easter egg. I just unfortunately have no idea how you do this. World at War actually had plans for camos, but for some reason must have got scrapped later on down the line. Camos were left in the game files and have been accessed by players or modders or I don't know who looks into files. I don't really understand all that. But either way, someone has gone into the files and found camos. It's just weird how COD 4, the game before, had camos, and then MWII, the game after, also had camos. But World at War, the game in the middle, didn't. Kinda weird. It's believed Treyarch focused more on the weapon attachments, bayonets, rifle grenades, that sort of thing. And maybe that's why they didn't have time to finish the camos, because they were more focused on the attachments. This is just one of the most popular theories. There was even a gold camo within the game files. It's kind of sad to see that we never got camos in World at War. This game always felt like it was missing something, and I believe this is what that could have been, is a camo grind. My guess is they just didn't have enough time to get the camos done. I mean, the schedule to get these games out on time was very intense. So yeah, that's my guess. Hopefully this actually works, but if we go over into spectator mode, we should be able to fly outside of the map. At least it should let us fly outside of the map. Okay, yeah, we are good. I believe if we head over into this direction, it's been a while since I've done this. Okay, yes, here we go. So there's like a trail here, as you can see, and if you follow the trail, there's like this really big fence thing. I don't really know what you call this, but it's just here chilling outside of the map, and it goes really high. I don't really know why this is here, but if you're inside of the map, you can't see this. This is the only way you can see this. But yeah, this just makes no sense at all why this is here. The further you get away as well, it seems to like disappear, so that's kind of weird. I actually discovered that back in the day when I used to do the knockback infection, if any of you guys remember that. But yeah, we are just like out of bounds right now. This is so weird, just like going around exploring, seeing what's here. I don't know why, but I just always had so much fun going out of bounds and exploring areas that you shouldn't be able to see. Looks like there's something up here as well. Looks like a radio shack or something like that. I'm not really too sure. There's collisions on the wall, so you can't go inside, so that's kind of weird. That's so random. There's nothing out here, and then all of a sudden there's just one little building. Can I get over to the mountains over there? I don't even think they're actually mountains. I think it's just like a 2D image. While I'm flying over there, I'm gonna have a sip of tea. Oh yeah, some good stuff. Yeah, I'm already quite far out, man. I don't even know where I am. You can sort of see through the floor. That's kind of weird. Oh, okay. That's kind of weird. That's kind of trippy. I have no idea where I am right now. There used to be a glitch on Modern Warfare 3 Infected, where once you got infected, if you leave the game, change your clan tag, join back, you won't be infected anymore. This is a bit of a classic, so a lot of you guys might remember this one, but I used to do this all the time back in the day. I don't know why they never fixed this. Players would abuse this system. The second they got infected, they would leave the lobby, join back, especially on like Terminal or Dome, all the good maps. But yeah, everyone used to do this back in the day. If we head back over to the mission Hard Landing on World at War, you can find a soldier that has a very close call.
Over there. Mojo's holding tight. We're
SMG fire from the second floor! Any ideas, Sergeant?
On the Black Ops COD War map, Drive-In, you can find a pinball machine that is called Hangar 18. This is a reference to the Black Ops 1 map, Hangar 18, which in itself has a bunch of Easter eggs in it, but I've already covered that on this channel, so we're not going to cover that today. You can also find a World at War arcade machine right next to it, and you can even see the World at War menu screen. Oh man, could you imagine if you could like actually play this and load up World at War? I know that would add extra storage to this game, but like imagine playing a video game within a video game. That's some video game inception. On the Black Ops 1 map, Hotel, in the casino, if you go upstairs, you can find a room that looks oddly like the room from Scarface. It's got the table, the curtains in the back, the TVs on the side, the red carpets. Scarface is one of my favorite movies of all time, so this is a great Easter egg. On the map Pod, you can get out of bounds using care packages, and I did try this myself, but it's so awkward to do this on your own. You'll definitely need someone to help you, so I got the footage from YouTube, but yeah, it's a pretty cool glitch if you can get it down. Located in the lounge on the map Takeoff, the player can find an orange spacesuit that is very similar to the spacesuit used on the Black Ops zombie map Moon. On the Black Ops 2 map, Drone, if you head over to this location, you will see inside this box thing, there's a riot shield. I guess this is showcasing how they made the riot shield, because why else would it be in there? But this is just a small detail that not many players noticed. And if you use mods, you can go inside and get a better look. But yeah, my guess is they were just trying to showcase how the riot shield was made, maybe. Because also on this map, you can see that they're making V-Stars? V-Tools? What are they called? That one kill streak on Black Ops 2, you know what I'm talking about. In the back, you can see them making it. It's kind of cool. So it's clearly a map where they make things and stuff. I should really start scripting my videos. I just press record and hope for the best. On the Modern Warfare 2 map, Rundown, located in this area, there's a little spot where you can glitch under. Now, this can be kind of tricky. It took me a little while to get this down. For some reason, it can bug out. You can get stuck. I found that it was easier to do this backwards for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, you can glitch under part of this building here. If you're ever playing, I don't know, hide and seek for some reason, or you want a cool spot to call in some kill streaks, yeah, well, this is a kind of cool spot. That's if you can get inside. It looks like you can just prone and get in there, but it's a lot more difficult. I don't know why. But yeah, this is just a cool little spot that I wanted to show you guys. On the Black Ops 3 zombie map, Origins, if you head over to the, I don't really know what you call this, the fire portal where you go into that crazy place. I don't really know what you call it. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about anyway. But yeah, if you come over to this location and you go back and forth, for some reason the lighting changes. I wonder if this happens on Black Ops 2 as well. I probably should have checked that. There'll be some footage on the screen showcasing that. I forgot to do that. But yeah, I have no idea why this happens. If anyone who's smarter than me has any idea, please leave it in the comments. Anyway, I'm gonna move on now. On the Black Ops 1 mission, Vorkuta. But once you get to the outside area, you can actually do a little bit of parkour and glitch outside of the map. Normally, when I showcase these campaign glitches, they're pretty crazy. Usually, you can get to some insane spots, but for some reason on this mission, it completely sucks. You can't really go anywhere. This is about it. You can jump down and go under the map, but you just end up getting stuck. There's just barriers everywhere. You can also do a little bit of parkour and make your way over into this area, but once again, there's nowhere to go. You just end up getting stuck, so you kind of have to go down, which just lets you go under the map again, which sucks. The Diari's endgame music is actually a hint to the next zombie map, Mob of the Dead. You can hear the warden's footsteps in the distance. Just take a listen. This is a bit of a random one, but Black Ops 3 was the first ever Call of Duty game where you could see your legs. I remember when Black Ops 3 came out, I spent so long just looking at my legs being like, this is crazy. I can see my toes. I don't know why. That was just crazy to me. Heading over to the map Asylum on World at War, if you make your way to this toilet, you will see there's a piece of poop. Yup, this is actually here. I don't know why, but these are my favorite type of Easter eggs. I just find them so funny. But yeah, this reminds me of that one Easter egg on the Black Ops 1 map, Hazard. The one with the piece of poo floating in the swimming pool. Kind of similar to that. Now, if we head over to the map Dome on World at War, and we fly down into this tunnel pit thing, I don't know what you call this area, but if you listen carefully, you will hear chanting. How do you pronounce that? Is it chanting or chanting? I don't know, but take a listen. I have a love-hate relationship with Modern Warfare 2019. Part of me loves this game, but then the other half just hates it because this game is the downfall of Call of Duty, in my opinion. I think after this game released, the series just went into a whole new direction. Whether it was this game or Warzone, who knows? But after this game, it just went downhill, man. But anyway, we are on the map Drainage, and I've never actually done this one before, but if we go into Spectator mode, I forgot to change the settings, god damn it. Okay, let's try that one again. So go into spectator mode and I should be able to fly up. Okay, yeah, there we go. So I think I just have to keep flying up to like the barrier, or at least really high up. I've never done this one before. I'm not really sure how this works, but it's probably the strangest one on this list that I'm going to be showing you. Are we here yet? No, okay, I have to go a bit higher. How someone discovered this, I will never know. But yeah, you can kind of see it already. There's just a man in the distance. Can you see that? Let me try go a bit higher. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you can kind of see that. There's just a man. I'm trying to get a better view of this because you can't quite make it out. Like, you can, but you can't. Yeah, this is so weird. Okay, there we go. That should do it. Yeah, look at that. It looks like a guy who's like midway turning around or something. Honestly, I don't even know. Okay, I don't think I can go any higher. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's like glitching out. What the hell? Yeah, as you can see, there's like a guy there. What happens if we go over there? I just want to know, like, who put this here and why? I imagine this is like one of the developers. Maybe? What else could it be? Nothing seems to be happening. I thought he was supposed to like fade away, but so far I can still see him. I don't think I'm actually moving. Am I? I can't tell. I have no idea. Oh, what the hell? Okay. I was gonna fly over there, but I don't think you can. Either way, this is kind of weird. Now, we all know that secret hallway when you enter the witch's house. You have to interact with a bookshelf and that will reveal a secret hallway that you can then enter. If you've ever played Buried, then you know what I'm talking about. Well, if you enter UFO mode and fly through this window here, well, you can see that you are now in a room with a bookshelf. And fun fact, you can actually interact with this bookshelf and watch it do its thing. It will flip around, move side to side. It's really weird. Okay, here we go. We are now on Vangaurd. This map always creeped me out, by the way. It's definitely one of the most creepy maps in Call of Duty history. Alright, so if I go into the commands, I should be able to do UFO. Cheats are not enabled on this server. Okay, that might be an issue. God damn it. I thought I could just glitch outside the map. Damn it, do none of these servers have cheats enabled? I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. Alright, let's try that one more time. UFO. Cheats are not enabled on this server. Okay, that is kind of unfortunate. I guess I'm just gonna have to go onto YouTube and try to find some footage to show you. But pretty much, you can get under that fountain there. And there's like a hidden turret just chilling under the map, which is really strange. I died. Wow. But yeah, there's a turret under the fountain, which is really random, and you can actually use it. It's just mounted here, which is really strange, but that's not actually it. If you go around the corner, there's also an army of turrets that you can use. I guess Vangaurd had plans to be able to use turrets in the game, but got scrapped later on. At least that's my guess. I'm kind of sad that I couldn't get the mod to work because I really wanted to show you Out of Bounds on Vangaurd. I don't know why, but this map is so creepy, Out of Bounds. Hopefully I can get some footage on YouTube because yeah, Vangaurd, Out of Bounds, there's just something about this map that is really creepy. Okay, so if we now move over to Nuketown Zombies and we enter UFO mode, well, you can actually fly up, and in all of the smoke you will find all of the perks. So I guess the developers put these here so once they're ready to spawn in, they will just fall from the sky, and they give you that illusion. I just find it so strange that I've been playing Black Ops 2 Zombies forever. I've put so many hours into this map before, but yet this never crossed my mind where the perks came from. They've just been there the whole time, and that's kind of weird to think about. On the Black Ops 1 map, Stadium, if you head over to this clock, it is actually accurate. This is a pretty cool Easter egg. Little reasons like this is why I love Black Ops. It's the little details. At least that's what they tell me. Ooh, the big one's her. I don't like the big ones. There is a jump scare on the Black Ops 4 zombie map, Blood of the Dead. So you can only do this with a sniper rifle. So that's the first thing that you need to do, get a sniper. Then you need to head over to the catwalk, stand next to the wall by, and look at this building. Okay, so Hijacked has two cool spots that I want to mention. So the first one that I'm going to show you is you can actually jump on the back of these boats. This is just another one that I never feel like I ever see anyone jumping on, mainly because why would you? This is kind of a useless spot. And I actually just want to mention, by the way, this video is going to be completely useless information. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, I done this on Modern Warfare 2, but that game is completely broken. Black Ops 2 is a lot more polished and restricted, so the spots that I'm going to be showing you, they're pretty useless, I'm going to be honest. But still, there's going to be a few spots that you didn't know about, I promise. Anyways, the next one that I want to show you is this vent under the hot tub, and you can actually throw things through this and it will go underneath. So if you was ever playing like Domination or something like that and the flag was underneath, you used to be able to throw grenades down and it would wipe out the enemies. And I believe they actually removed this on the recent Black Ops 7 game, and then people started hating on the game because of this, so they added it back, I believe. But yeah, this is another one where a lot of people know about this, but then also a lot of people don't know about this. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's move over to Express. So in the middle of the map, when you are approaching the train, you can actually jump up this side bit, yellow thing. What you call this, I have no idea, but you can climb up it and then get to the very top, and this is just a nice little shortcut to get on top of the train instead of taking the long way round. Also, as you guys know, on the map Express, the train halfway through the game comes through the middle of the map, and if it hits you, you will die. So if you want to avoid this and for some reason you're in this area, you can jump into this corner and the train won't be able to hit you and you'll survive. This information would have been very useful 13 years ago, so you're welcome, guys. And finally, I just want to mention this yellow room. Have you always been able to enter this, or am I just an idiot? I was doing the research for this video and I ran across this, and for some reason I just had no memory of ever entering this room right here. I think it's some sort of elevator, but yeah, I feel like I've never been in this little room here. I don't know, maybe I'm just an idiot. And to be honest, that quite possibly could be the case. Moving over to the map Drone, and we are starting in the spawn area. And this one isn't that fascinating, but there's this little corner area that you can go to, and once again, I just feel like I never see anyone here. I mean, why would you be here? But from a certain angle, it kind of looks blocked off, so maybe players think, oh, I can't go down here? At least that's my theory anyway. Now, if we make our way into the middle of the map, you can jump onto this railing, and and then onto this box. What this box is, I have no idea, once again. You can also strafe onto these vents, and yeah, that's about it for drone. Although the box thing that I just showed you is actually hovering. Just a little bit. So, fun fact for you. That's a little dev error. Anyway, let's move over to standoff. So, starting off, you're going to need the crossbow with the tri-bolt attachment, and you can actually strafe 180, shoot the crossbow, and it will land you on the edge of this building here. It gives you a nice view of the map. You can get to the other side. Other than that, it's a pretty useless spot. Next up, if you jump onto this tractor, you can jump onto this pole. And this one isn't that great of a spot, but there's a spawn area right there, so I feel like this could actually be kind of useful. Anyway, we are moving over to the most insane glitch I have ever seen. I don't know if you guys are ready for this. This might be the greatest glitch on Black Ops 2. Well, if you approach this statue, you can actually jump onto this bin. Wow, the most insane glitch I have ever seen on Black Ops 2. You heard it here first, folks. Insane glitch being discovered on Black Ops 2 in 2026? Who would have thought, man? Not me. There's also a few other little glitch spots on this map, but they're not really worth going into too much detail. In fact, they kind of suck. Alright, so moving over to Turbine, and we have Ramos spot. For you trick shots out there, you know exactly what I'm about to show you. But if you don't trick shot in this game, then you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But in this broken building in the back of the map, you can climb onto this ledge and then jump round onto this rock. Now this is called Ramos because years ago, a trick shot in FaZe clan known as FaZe Ramos hit a crazy trick shot from this spot, and since then it's just been known as Ramos spot.
Ramos! Oh my god! Oh my god, Ramos! You're fucking crazy, Ramos. Jesus, dude. Yeah. Oh my god!
You can also strafe from this rock onto this other rock that I'm pretty sure you can't normally get to. I did try get up this rock the normal way, but it didn't let me, so I think this is the only way that you can actually get to the top of it. Why you want to get to this rock, though, I have no idea. I'm just telling you the information. What do I say here, man? What? I need a script. How am I supposed to talk about a rock on Black Ops 2, man? What is this? Anyway, if we head over into the middle of the map, you can actually climb up and climb into this little rock area where you're hidden out of the way. This is a pretty cool area because it feels like you shouldn't be able to get here. Like, if you look at this area, it just seems like a place that they wouldn't let you get to because of how restricted these maps are. But yeah, you can get to this spot. It's pretty cool. Kinda, not really. It's just a rock. Let's move on to the next map, which is Hydro. And if we head into this area where the little window ledge is, you can actually dolphin dive and land on this ledge. You just look like a complete idiot. It breaks the laws of gravity. It makes no sense. It's kind of funny. I feel like this would be a great way to sort of troll your friends, maybe get some funny moments. But other than that, once again, it's completely useless. Now, if we head round to the edge of the map and you slowly walk backwards, you will fall onto this tiny little ledge. And from here, you can sort of dolphin dive into this corner and that will merge you under this platform thing. I don't really know how you explain this, but yeah, you can sort of merge into a invisible area. It's pretty cool. So now we are on Nuketown on the original Black Ops, and if you head over into the middle of the map, you can see a little room with a mannequin inside. Well, if you enter spectator mode and fly over there, it doesn't quite let you in, at least if you try go in through the windows. There's collision here, so you can't get through, but if you go around to the side, it just lets you right in. It's super easy. But yeah, once you're inside, you'll see that there's a secret room here. Kinda, not really, but you'll find a mannequin next to a plant pot looking out of the window. Now, the interesting thing about this is actually where the endgame screen takes place. So when you finish your game of Nuketown, this is the camera angle that you see when the nuke is going off, which I thought was kind of interesting. But anyway, staying on Nuketown, but this time we are on the Black Ops 2 version. And if you use mods so you can fly outside of the map, and if you keep on going, eventually you will find a low poly model version of Nuketown. So as you can tell, it has the garden area, it has the houses, it has the middle area. You can tell This is Nuketown. It's the exact same layout. I just don't know why this is here. Maybe they had plans to use this part of the map for something. I don't know what that could be. And then it got scrapped later on. That's the only theory that I can think of. I just don't know why they would make a low poly model of Nuketown. It gives me the same sort of vibe on the map Warhead, I believe, on Black Ops 6. If you fly outside the map on Warhead, you will find a bunch of low poly models of Nuketown. So it's the same sort of vibe of that. I imagine the developers had their reasons. I'm just too dumb to understand what they are. In the middle of the map on Rundown, you can climb up, jump into this area where the turret is, and you can also use the turret. I honestly don't think I have ever seen anyone use this turret. Ever. I have no idea why this is here. I actually don't think MW2 players even know that this is here. I've just never seen anyone use it. Ever. You can jump onto this TV and then strafe onto this wall. From here, you can jump onto this rooftop. This is a pretty cool spot, but that's pretty much it. You can jump out of this window onto this sign. And then from here, jump across onto this ledge. Now, if we jump down and head over into this building, you can jump onto this barrel, jump up one more time, and then you can prone and hide behind these pallets. Make your way over to the back of the map, jump onto this hay bale, and then jump across one more time onto this ledge. From here, you can get on top of this roof. There's not really much that I can say about this spot, but it is kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. If you head over to these containers on the map Skid Row, you can climb up onto this bin and then climb up this broken fence. From here, you will be on top of the containers. Now strafe across onto this fence. Now you can either jump down onto this truck and then you can prone and you'll be completely hidden. This is a great spot if you want to call in a kill streak. Now if we get back to the container again, jump across, but instead walk down to the very bottom, you can jump across and land on this ledge below these windows. And if you prone, you'll merge into it and you'll be completely hidden. On Call of Duty Ghost, if you head down to create a soldier, then select prestige details, it will then give you information on the date that you prestiged and how long it took. This is one of the coolest details in any Call of Duty game, and I might be wrong about this, but I don't think this is in any other games. I might be wrong about that. Maybe it's in the newer games. I actually don't know. I don't play them games. I'm a little bit of a nerd. I love looking at stats. So details like this, I just love. On the first Black Ops 2 mission, once you destroy all of these boats, you then need to go find Woods. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, I didn't think the boat was supposed to do that.
Who was located in this container. However, if you do a little glitch and you get on top of the container, you can see it's completely empty. There's not even a single body in there, let alone Woods.
Yep, there's definitely nothing inside. It is pretty empty. Normally Woods is supposed to be like right there, I think.
And I've played this mission a million times. I know that Woods is located right there. But soon as you activate the next part of the mission, he spawns in, and then all of a sudden, there's people in the container, including Woods. So I guess soon as you open the container, it just activates the next part of the mission and spawns everyone in. But yeah, that was kind of interesting to me. I don't know why. Anyway, let's make our way over to the multiplayer and load up the map Encore. Now, if you make your way over to this drum kit and you shoot it or knife it, it will actually make sounds. Just take a listen. I know this is a very small detail, but I find stuff like this so cool. I honestly had no idea that this was actually a thing until recently. I've been playing this game for 13 years and I'm still finding out new things about this game. Reasons like that is why these older Call of Duty games are so legendary. If you approach these vending machines on the map Terminal and you shoot them, soda cans will actually fall out. On the Black Ops 3 map, Stronghold, if you head over into this building and go downstairs, there is a Black Ops 2 picture in a frame. I don't really know why this is here, but it's a pretty nice callback to the game before that, Black Ops 2. Obviously,
I don't know why I'm telling you that. On Black Ops 2, when you put on the select fire attachment, it will turn most guns into a 3-round burst. Just take a listen. However, with the AN-94, it turns it into a 2-round burst instead of 3. My theory is maybe it was just too OP as a 3-round burst, or maybe it was just a bug in the development. Honestly, I don't really know why this is the case. It's kinda weird. On the Black Ops 3 map, Stronghold, if you go inside this building, you can find a picture of the map Hunted. Oh yeah, I know you like that little transition there. That took way too much time. It took a lot longer than I'm willing to admit. But this building here, and also this building over here, as you can see in the distance over there, they have actually been taken from Call of Duty 4, from the map Backlot, I believe. So if we go into spectator mode and we fly over there and get a better look, you can see that that is the main building on Backlot. And you can even go inside and have a little look around. A lot of you guys might be able to tell from like this staircase here. This is where the turret would be. They also have this extension here, which isn't here in the original COD 4, so I don't know if they had plans for this in COD 4, but it got cut. It also has a basement, so if you go here, there's just like this weird creepy basement. And now if we fly over to the other side, you can see that the same building has just been copied and pasted over to this side. And just like the other one, you can go inside and explore. Ooh, this is kind of creepy. Anything in here? I don't know why, I'm just like going around trying to explore, see what I can find. Is that a fridge? Why is there a fridge in here? Couple AC units. Looks like there's some buildings in the distance over there. Let me go have a look. Let me investigate what is going on over here. They just seem like a garage or something. Can we go inside? Yeah, okay, there's nothing inside. I don't know what I was expecting. The thing about these buildings when they're outside the map, you just never know if there's gonna be something random in here. Call of Duty devs just love to leave their mark, so you never know what you're gonna find. There's some really random things that you can find outside of the map. You'd be surprised. I don't even know what this is. I'm not even gonna try guess. But can we go inside? Yup, and there's nothing, of course. I don't know what I thought I would find. But if you make your way over to this area where the chickens are caged up, there's this building that you can climb up. Now, if you make your way to the edge, you can actually jump up this side bit and then jump up one more time onto the rooftop. It's a pretty easy glitch to do. However, I do need to mention that I'm playing on the PC version, so I believe this is actually patched on the console version. At least you can't do it on the console version. Whether this is an issue with frame rates or if it's actually just patched on the console version, I'm not quite sure. You can also jump onto this blue... I don't really know what you call this blue thingy. Man, I should have really scripted this video. But yeah, you can jump onto this blue thing and then jump across onto this wooden ledge and then jump across one more time and you are on this rooftop. And from here, you will have a great height advantage into the map. It's honestly just a pretty cool area. I've been playing Modern Warfare 2 for years and I had no idea about this until recently. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought it was pretty cool. Now, if you head back to that same building and come round to the left side, well, you can actually jump across into this little building here. This is another spot that I actually didn't know about until recently. It blew my mind when I found this out. Now, if we jump out of the window and head over to this area, well, you can climb up, jump onto this ledge, walk across to the end, and you can actually jump into this area. There's not really much over here, but still, it's a neat little spot to know about. The next two spots that I want to show you are in the back of the map. In between these containers, there's a little area that you can get into. This is a great spot if you ever want to call in kill streaks or something like that. You are completely hidden away. Now we can run round, head over to the right, and in between these containers, you can hide, and this is a pretty cool spot. And that's pretty much all of the spots for Underpass. Terminal, one of the most iconic maps in Call of Duty history. So obviously you have the basic spots,
getting on top of the plane, getting to the very top of the plane, on the plane wing, outside of the map. You can climb into this little area here. Oh, and of course, in the back of the map, there is this little area that you can climb into. This is where everyone would boost back in the day. However, there is another spot that I want to show you guys. So you need to break this window here, come round to the side and climb up. And then jump up one more time. From here you can strafe round and land on the ledge where the broken window is. From here jump onto this ledge and then you can walk round into this corner bit. There's nothing crazy about this spot, but I just feel like I've seen every hidden area on this map, and this is the only spot that I haven't really ever seen, and I just thought it'd be kind of cool to show you guys. By the pool on Bailout, you can find a sign that reads pool rules, and one of these rules is no whining, which is a funny little detail that most players completely miss. On the map Crash, inside the middle section of the building next to the crashed helicopter, you can find a photo on the wall showing two people riding a camel. This image actually features Infinity Ward employees during their research trip to Egypt for Call of Duty 2. The man at the front is Grant Collier, the former president of Infinity Ward, though unfortunately there's no confirmed information on who the second person is. On the Call of Duty 4 version of Overgrown, you can't blow up this tanker by the petrol station. But in the Modern Warfare 2 version, you can. On Salvage, if you enter spectate mode and fly over to this pile of rubble, you can find some text that reads Alexandra Roycewiz 2010. I'll be completely honest, I probably butchered that last name, and if I did, I apologize. But Alex was a designer and former level designer at Infinity Ward, who worked on maps for Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2. You'll also spot a teddy bear that's been split in half. This area is normally unreachable, so the only way to see it is in spectator mode or user mods. For some reason, the map Storm has a lot of mannequins. In fact, there is actually a total of 50 on this map. Well, that's according to the Call of Duty wiki. I'll be honest, I couldn't be bothered to go around and count, so I'm taking their word for it. If you enter spectate mode and fly over to the highway, you'll notice the cars are actually hovering. Also, the same cars also appear in a pattern. On the map Fuel, if you enter spectate mode and make your way into this tunnel and then through these metal bars, you'll be able to find some text that says Haggerty. I found online that someone named John Haggerty worked on Modern Warfare 2, so this is likely another developer just leaving his mark. On Strike, for some reason this wall is completely broken. You can climb inside it and hide so no one can see you, or you can just jump straight through. Either way, it's completely broken. If you shoot the kegs, they will actually pour out with beer and even cause damage to the player. This gate next to the office on Vacant will disappear when playing the game mode Demolition. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. It's totally free and it helps me out more than you can imagine. Anyways, I will see you in the next one. Take care.